Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Nicole Bolton. I am the owner of Pimp Your Taxes, and today we're going to talk about what's needed to start your own tax office and how we here at Pimp Your Taxes can help you with that. So let's get started. So number one is an EFIN. The EFIN is an electronic filing number, which is a requirement by the IRS when you file more than 11 tax returns. So if you were paper filing, then it would not be required, it would not be needed. But when you actually electronically file the tax returns, then you are required to have or work under an EFIN. Next is the PTIN, the Preparer Tax Identification Number. This number is required for anyone who gets paid to prepare tax returns. The PTIN is something you have to renew every year, and this year it costs $19.95. And you have to get your PTIN by December 31st. Okay, now comes the tax software. You need software to prepare and file tax returns. And along with the software, you're also going to need bank products. The bank products are a way for you to get your prep fee out of the client's refund. So your clients can actually come to you, not pay any money up front. You file their taxes and you will get paid out of their refund. And that's called a refund transfer. Besides the refund transfer, the bank products also allow us to offer cash advances to our clients. The cash advance is a loan that our clients can apply for starting in January before their refunds actually come. So it's a way for them to get money ahead of time. All right, next is compliance. Compliance is extremely important, especially this year. The IRS has been given billions of dollars to really boost up their systems. They're hiring thousands of agents. They're putting lots of money into the auditing and all kind of back-end things to find the trickery that's going on out here, because there is a lot of tax trickery on the clients and on the tax preparers, to be honest. So the IRS this year has put a lot of money into catching these people. So you want to be on your toes and you want to cover your ass at all times when you're talking about dealing with the IRS. You want to make sure that your clients have all of their paperwork to back up what is being put on the returns, because the clients are not the only ones that are held accountable when the information cannot be substantiated. We as tax preparers have a role in that too, and we could be penalized heavily actually when we are putting in false information or information that just cannot be backed up. So if you put it down, back it up. And lastly, you need to get clients. So you have to market your service. Social media, of course, is a great tool to let people know that you're doing taxes and you are taking on new clients. You can pass out business cards, flyers, just spread the word, okay? So let's talk about the software and what we can offer you here at Pimp Your Taxes. So we offer Taxwise online and Taxlayer Pro software. Okay, so you have your option for either or. And so let's talk about the differences. They're both cloud-based software, all-inclusive tax software. So you can access your tax returns anytime, anywhere, as long as you have a computer and the internet. You can work on taxes. You can do taxes. It includes unlimited e-filing. All states are included. With Taxwise, you have what's called a vault, and it's a way for you to store your client's tax documents. And the vault holds everything online with the required amount of time that the IRS requires you to keep the documents. Some documents have to be kept for 3 years. Some documents have to be kept for 5 years. So with the vault, you're always, as long as you upload it, and as long as you upload the documents into the vault, you're always sure, you can always be sure that it is stored there, and you don't have to worry about keeping a cabinet full of documents or a locker, or using up a bunch of storage on your computer with this vault. Taxwise has e-signature, which is a great tool. I remember when I first started, there was not an e-signature option. There was only, you had to get the actual signature pad, and I always had problems with the darn signature pad. So I really love the e-signature option nowadays. It makes life so much simpler. Both of the softwares have that option. Taxwise, what I really like about Taxwise is they have an interview mode where you can enter the client's information and go step by step, question by question, where it kind of walks you through. Or you can use the forms mode where you're looking at the actual form, like the 1040, and inputting the information directly in there. I like to use forms mode because when I started doing taxes moons ago, I was doing paper returns. There wasn't any electronic filing back when I learned how to do taxes. So I like seeing the actually seeing the document. Taxwise also offers audit protection. I have they're doing a webinar next week because they're coming out with something new called Audit Shield. So once I get the details on that, I will be letting you know. So for Taxlayer Pro, again, it's cloud-based software, so you can access it anywhere, anytime, as long as you have a computer and the internet. You get unlimited e-filing. All states are included. What I like about Taxlayer Pro is it comes with the Taxes to Go mobile app. This app makes it really simple for the clients to send their information to you. So basically, they download the app, they enter their information, upload their tax documents, ID, everything, and then they give you their little code for the Taxes to Go app. You use that code to go ahead and connect their information directly into your software. It will transfer it directly into your software. So it makes life so much easier, and it prevents a lot of back and forth with the clients requesting information. It prevents, typos and things like that, because it's taking the client's direct information, what they put in themselves, and moving it right into your software. Taxlayer also, of course, has the digital signature where your clients can e-sign. They also have the step-by-step interview mode. Taxlayer Pro, the way I look at it, it's more for people who are kind of new to taxes. This is a great option because it walks you through step-by-step, asking you questions about your client to get the taxes prepared. So depending on what software you choose, that is going to determine the bank you will be working with. So if you choose Taxwise software, you will have Republic Bank. If you decide to go with Taxlayer Pro, you will have Refundo Bank. So let's talk about the differences in the bank products. Okay, so both Republic and Refundo Bank offer the refund transfer, where you can get paid directly out of your client's refund. All the banks offer that option. The disbursement options are direct deposit, checks, or net spend prepaid cards. So your client can choose how they want their refund to come. The fastest option would be the NetSpend prepaid card. This year, NetSpend said they will be sending refunds up to 5 days faster. Okay, because once they get the notice from the IRS, the ACH, that is actually coming, they will release the funds. So clients who decide to go with the NetSpend prepaid card will actually end up getting their refund a few days faster than other clients. Starting January 2nd, you will be able to offer your clients a cash advance. So let's break down the details so you understand exactly what you're offering. So with Taxwise and Republic Bank combo, their easy advance, of course, starts January 2nd. The amount is from $500 to $6,000, and the customer chooses the amount they want to apply for, depending on the amount of their refund. Of course, it has to be less than the amount of their refund, but the customer can select the amount that they want to try for. And it'll go 3 ways. Either they'll be approved, they'll be declined, or they will be approved for a lesser amount. So Refundo, their advance is called the Now Cash Advance. It also starts January 2nd, and their advance goes up to $9,500, dependent on the amount of the refund. And they actually choose the amount. So once you submit the tax return and you say you want to apply for the advance, once they review it, if they approve it, they tell you the amount that they approve it for at that time. So you don't get to pick the amount that you want with Refundo. Now let's look at the fees involved with the cash advance. The customer has a fee, and we as tax preparers have a fee. So the customer is charged a percentage of their the amount that they're approved for. So with Republic Bank, the customer is charged 35.99% annual percentage rate, and with Refundo, they're charged 24%. Now, our fees as tax preparers, which the banks call our marketing fee, okay? Because there are risks that they are taking in loaning this money out, because sometimes the money does not come back. So the banks do try to cover themselves with little fees here and there. So that's why we are charged as well. And the amount that we are charged actually depends on when the customer applies for the loan. So if the customer applies before the IRS actually opens for business and before they start acknowledging and accepting returns, we are actually charged a higher fee. So with Taxwise Republic Bank, our fee would be $85 during pre-act. That is from January 2nd until whenever the IRS starts accepting returns. Last year, I believe it was around January 17th. We don't have an exact date yet this year, but we expect it to be sometime around mid to late January. After the IRS opens up and starts accepting returns, we will then be charged $50 for the loans that are accepted. On the flip side, with Refundo Bank, their pre-act advance is $75 fee to us, And then after the IRS starts acknowledging returns, their fee is $50 to us. So keep in mind that we are only charged for the clients that are actually approved. Also, I want to add, these are non-recourse loans. That means if the client's refund does not come in and they cannot pay the bank back, the bank does not come after them for the money. It is totally forgiven. So, non-recourse loan. All right, so let's talk about prep fees, because I had some preparers ask, is there a cap on the prep fees that we can charge? Well, it depends on the bank you decide to go with. Republic Bank has a cap. Their cap is $1,499. So you cannot charge your clients more than $1,499. Refundo Bank does not have a cap. They do not have a cap on their fees, but if you charge your client more than $800, they charge you 1.5% of that fee. Okay, so let's pull up my handy dandy calculator here. So let's say you are charging your client $1,600. Well, Refundo is going to get 1.5% of that, and they're charging you an additional $24. They're going to take $24 out of your fee. So they don't have a cap, but they do have an additional 1.5% fee. Now, even though Refundo does not have a cap, they do monitor prep fees. So if you are on a regular basis charging really high prep fees, they are going to look into it to see why. Does it make sense that are you doing a business return? Is there an additional service fee in there for something else that you gave the client on top of preparing their taxes? So it has to make sense to them. So even though they don't have a cap, they still monitor the fees. So you still want to charge. It's still, just make it make sense, okay? Because you can be doing something else for the client, like maybe bookkeeping, maybe tax planning, other things that could justify the fee that you're charging. So, just know that they monitor it, but if it makes sense, it's okay. But they may ask, why are you charging $2,400 for every return that you do? Well, because I'm actually doing bookkeeping and tax planning in this. I did an amended return. If it makes sense, you can explain it, then it's okay. If it makes sense to you and you can explain it to them, then that's fine. What are the bank fees? Well, Refundo Bank charges $39.95 for the federal refunds and anywhere between $10 to $12 for the state refunds. Now, these fees are deducted from the client's refund. These are fees charged to the client. Now, you want to make your client aware that they can pay for their tax prep fee up front, and there is not any bank fees. But if they choose to use a bank product, meaning pay out of their refund or to get a cash advance, that means they're using a bank product, and there is a cost for that. So Refundo Bank, $39.95 for federal refunds, anywhere between $10 to $12 for the state refund. Republic Bank does not have any bank fees. This year, I'm excited to announce we have added on and partnered with a few different companies to offer additional services, which brings us additional streams of revenue. So audit protection is going to be an additional service that we're offering. business credit and funding through Fund and Grow, and we're offering insurance, life insurance and business insurance. So I will be doing webinars to give more detail and to show you how to present these services to your clients. So our goal is to be a full-service, one-stop shop for your clients' tax and financial services, and to be a supportive community for you and your tax office. So if that sounds like what you're looking for, join us over here at Pimp Your Taxes so we can help you elevate your tax business.